Hello students. Today I want to teach you the steps. This is a repeat of what we did in class, but some of you did not have an updated version of the operating system or Keynote, or you had other issues going on, which is fine. This is something that I did share with parents and students early in the year in my introduction, that you should be downloading. You should be always up to date with your system preferences. The current one, if you go to About This Mac, where I want you, is 10.15.6, and then you can go to the Apple Store and download the updated Keynote that comes with that new operating system. So with that, there's also a video that I shared if you need that, need help with those steps. So with that said, I want to introduce this as a potential digital portfolio. Our core digital portfolio will be our website, but I wanted to share this project as well. You can read through these as we did in class. The first step of how to do this is I want to show you how to make shapes. To make a shape, you are going to shape and circle. We went up here. We want to change the appearance of this from blue to white. In class, we want to change appearance, so we are changing it. We're looking for a paintbrush to change the appearance. You can choose these. I don't like those sometimes because the font is made for very big objects. If I want to make something small, I generally click here. I can choose many colors, and let's simply choose this color right now. The nice part about this in Keynote is I do not need to make a text box. I can just double click and I will start to type. And we will use the rules of contrast. If I want to change the color of the text, I'm moving up here to text. And right here, text color is where I can make this black if I chose. That's nice. Let's go back to the beginning and look at how to make our links. We learned the other day that we can make links to websites. I'll show you how to do that. ISTE is an organization I talked about the other day. So I just went to the website and copied that link. And to make a link to a website, you simply highlight, alternative click. You can do that by, I believe, hitting Command. Maybe it's Option. I usually do the double click. It is the Control. If you use the Control button, it opens up some other options. I usually do the right click to see if it's here. It is not, so I will go to Insert. And I do it, the way that I do it is usually with Command K. And this is what you should be doing. If you can't find it, you do a search. You do a search for link right here. And it is under Edit. It is not under, it's under Format. It's not under Insert. So, small mistake there. I simply do it another way with the keyboard shortcut. So you can go to Format and Add Link if you have it highlighted. So I'll go to Web Page. So that is one option for a link. I'm using Command and Tab to go back and forth. Another way you can do it is with email. I think this is still here from the other day in class. Same thing. I'm going to Format, and this time I'll Edit Link instead of Add Link. And you have that option of doing this. And what's great is when a visitor visits this, it'll automatically compose an email to you. So you can picture using this as a digital portfolio for a job interview, a summer job interview, a college scholarship, etc. You could send them this Keynote file, they'll download it, they'll click there, they can send you emails to follow up. They can maybe click to your Google site as well as to see what we collect here. What my envision for this is the 7 ISTE standards. What we might do is we could create new slides under each standard and create new slides under each standard, and then show evidence of our learning. Right now we just have this nice looking family, and at the very, very bottom, I showed you in class, I just kind of dumped all of these. I'll hit Command Copy or maybe Command X, and then I just find Creative Communicator. This is what your friends did, so this just takes you a few moments. I'm pasting what I just copied. Quite honestly, maybe Command X for cutting would have been better, because then it's not still down here, but you have that safety net. Spend a few minutes matching these with these labels up here. Sorry that this screen is a little bit small, but I hope that's helpful for you. So you're doing that, and that's all that you would do at this stage. We don't have much evidence of any of these standards yet, so we do not need to type anything yet. But I can picture this being an introduction to what you're learning under this standard, and then going to add a slide later and showing screenshots or interactive projects that you make. After we do that, let's just go back here. And now that we know how to make a link, I can click on Empowered Learner, or actually I'll click on the button. That's right, I go to Format, I go to Add Link, I go to Slide. And quite honestly, I don't know where Empowered Learner is. So I need to come down here, and I'm looking for Empowered Learner. It looks like it's number 8. So I'm going to simply click Slide 8, and then go to Slide. So when someone comes here, they click, this symbolizes that there's now a link. If I am in creation mode, I can click here to double check that it's right. But to actually make the link work, I must be in the play mode, the presentation mode. So now a student can click right here, or a visitor can click right there, and it goes to empowered mode, or Empowered Learner. This is nice, but there's no way to get back unless someone clicks the links or keys and just starts guessing. So we need a way for them to get home. On Innovative Designer, I left one for you. I made a nice looking menu. It's pink with black text. If I click on there, I want to make it a link to go back to slide 3. So I'm here, I'll click, I'll go to Format, Add Link, Command K is what I normally do for the keyboard shortcut. And now I want to go to Slide. I believe I just said 3. I did. There's 3. Done. And so now a visitor, we're in play mode, can click on Empowered Learner. I was wrong. So at this point, I could do this for 7 slides, 6 more slides, but that would be a little silly. So I'll go, I copied, I'm pasting, 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 and pasting. And now someone can go to the play function, click on Empowered Learner, they'll read about what you have, and then they can click menu to go back. Then they can see how you feel about Global Collaborator, Creative Communicator, etc. So those are some options. This type was just a placeholder, so I will throw that away. In class, that's the one that took us to my opinions at the end. We're close to being ready to share the my opinions. But before we do that, I want to show you that once you copy and paste, depending on your order, you will be looking for what in Google Slides you just have, you right click and then you say send to back, or send backwards, send to front, or send forwards. Apple has that, of course, but it feels a little bit hidden. To do that, you are changing the appearance, so you are going to format the paintbrush. It's not under style, it's not under text, it is under arrange. That is where you can send things to the back, or backwards, or to the front, or forward. So I just want to let you know that this paintbrush and arrange is how you do the ordering once things start overlapping. You could almost make that match there. It's your choice. So, at the end of the project, I will be looking for all of these slides to look similar to this. I do not need anything here. I want all of these to link to the correct page. The page should have the beautiful ISTE poster that we have in the classroom. The menu should take us back here to where all 7 of these links work. Be smart about it. Make one button that works perfectly with a perfect link, test it, and then copy and paste it to the others. Slide 12 is what you did as your bell work the other day. You're telling me clearly 5 things that you think tech makes your life awesome as a teenager, and then 5 things that you think make life challenging or is a challenge for you. You do not need to keep these. You do not need to agree with these 2. They were just examples. And then 11 is a fun one. When you're done with that, tell me 2 things you learned during this project, and let me know, how could I make this project better? I think one thing I could do better is I could have made it be homework, bell work to do the upload. I sent that letter home, but I should have followed up. So please do not include that, but I agree that that is something that would have made this lesson better. Help me know what I can be doing to make this more meaningful, more clear for you. Next thing, emojis. I showed you in class. I don't want to spend much time, of course, on emojis in class, but it is Command, Control, and Spacebar as a repeat is what opens up all of these. Because there are some things that simply are not available in the Apple shapes. Speaking of Apple shapes, how did I get this guy to work, this microphone? I went to over here, I clicked shape. Same as a button, the circle. Apple has actually added many things. So if you're in science class, and I did show you this in class, we did science as an example. If you simply click in science, there's quite a few buttons that you can click. And then you can use these. So I think this is a nice default. I can go to format, change a color, of course, if I wish, but simply adding a nice little border to these and then changing the depth of that, the thickness, can make some nice looking little fonts. But what I do want you to know is the music player. I shouldn't say music player, it's a recording of your voice. So I'm going to go to Media. The way I get this, I go to Media, Record Audio. If I'm asked to summarize my feelings about this project, this is an early morning example. In this project, I feel pretty upbeat. I feel like this is a great opportunity for students to have some structure as well as some freedom of how they want to express their structure for the 7 ISTE standards throughout the year. Our website will be the main place where we keep our work, but this is also an option to show parents, teachers, and themselves their growth throughout the school year. I can preview it. All of us cringe a little bit when we hear our voice. In this project, I feel pretty upbeat. But I was close to the mic. I spoke loud, so this will be nice. I'll click Insert, and then I will get this button. So that's what that is. Then I can throw away the one I did the other day in class. I like this one better. Okay, so this, you're not going to add to your grade much, just or at all. I just want to see that you are aware and can remember. Control, Command, and Spacebar is an option if you really don't like these. So between these 2 options, you can symbolize a lot of your thoughts without going to Google image search and just stealing someone else's work. So, and then down here, you'll be typing here and here. I want to be clear that if you want, you can group images. This is a skill that's important. It doesn't necessarily apply to this specific lesson, but while you're creating in other places, Keynote just closed on me. So I'll open it back up. While you're working on other projects, there might be times when you want to rearrange many objects at one time. So as an example, if I have one circle and a magnifying glass, I make the magnifying glass blue and the other color yellow, and maybe for some reason these were part of the same icon, same logo or something, and maybe I decided I needed to move the logo up here, but the magnifying glass is part of the logo. I might be frustrated, so I want you to know you can shift and click on 2 or up to 99 different shapes. I believe you can right click and a group will be there. Yep, at the very top, group. So now they move together. So that is a nice little micro skill that might help you and make Keynote more friendly for you. So that is an option, and to me that's easier than shift clicking many times. Well, you can just temporarily group them. You can always ungroup them later if you don't want them to be grouped anymore. This video is getting longer than normal, so I just simply need to clarify at the end. The last thing that I wanted to show you is actually not available on the desktop yet. It might after the October announcement update. But so at this point, we have all the micro skills we need. I just want to clarify, you do not need to type anything here. We are simply setting up the framework for where you could share your opinions later on. I do want to hear your voice. Literally, I want to hear your voice right here. I want to see an emoji here, your thoughts here, and your thoughts here. And the very last thing you need to do is you need to add a text box, which I know that you can learn and do on your own. But to make it simple, this is your text box. Okay, and it looks like I'm getting an error message. My computer's overheating, so it's almost time to go. I hope you have a good day, and I hope that this helps you.